basic coverages for you to get a general idea. The page that you're looking at actually has a very detailed explanation of many of the coverages that you can find in your auto insurance. Okay, so let's start with those numbers. What the heck are those numbers? Do you have 15, 30, 10? Or do you have 50, 100, 50? Or do you have 100, 300, 100? Now, the first thing I would say is if your agent has never explained to you what those three numbers mean, you should probably give us a call. Our phone number is located at the top of this page, right next to this video, and right above all the text. So go ahead and give us a call if your agent has never told you what all those numbers mean. Now, we will. The first number is the amount of insurance that's going to be paid out per person in the event of an accident. So for instance, if you have 15, 30, 10, it's going to pay out $15,000 per person, up to $30,000 per accident, and $10,000 property damage. Yep, that's right. You can't hit anything more than an old Honda if you only have $10,000 property damage. And you probably don't want to run into a building or a bridge or anything like that, or have a multi-car accident, because all of those will probably most likely put you over your limit. So that's why it's really important not to have low limits of insurance. To be honest, there's really no such thing as having too much insurance or being over-insured for your car. It's not based on what you're worth or how much money you make. It's based on what somebody can sue you for. And these days, if you're proven to be liable and at fault, then the damages could be gargantuan. That's why some people get an umbrella that goes over top of their home and their auto insurance. That way it covers any excess liability. Say $1 million, $2 million, even $5 and $10 million umbrellas. So your umbrella really does kind of depend on how much you have and what you're worth and what your job is and are you in the public eye, yada, yada, yada. So a person who's in the public eye, like an athlete or a politician, probably has pretty big umbrellas, because it's more likely that they're going to be sued because they will be viewed as a person who has a lot of money. Okay, so remember, the first number on your auto insurance is the amount of coverage that's going to pay out per person. The second coverage is per accident. And the third coverage is property damage. Okay, so don't skimp on your property damage. Even though your state legal minimum liability limits might be less, you really don't want to skimp on that. Another important coverage that you need to know about is uninsured, underinsured motorists. Guess what? That doesn't cover uninsured, underinsured motorists if you hit them. That's what covers you if they hit you. That's right, if somebody hits you and they decided not to have insurance and cause a bunch of damage or put you in the hospital or something even worse, that's right, if you have uninsured or underinsured, you usually have both. Rarely do I ever see them without each other. In fact, if you don't have both, again, give us a call. Phone number is right at the top of the page. So uninsured, underinsured, let's say somebody hits you and they have no coverage. That's why you want to have as much limits as you possibly can for uninsured, underinsured. The catch is that most insurance carriers won't let you have higher limits on yourself than you do on other drivers. It doesn't work. They require them to be at the same level. Okay? So you have to carry as much liability for when you hit somebody as when they hit you. Okay? So keep in mind that when you want to cover yourself against an uninsured, underinsured driver, make sure that you have enough coverage on your auto insurance and then match it with your uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. For any other questions, don't forget, give us a call. Number's right at the top of the screen. Thanks so much for joining us and learning a little bit more about your auto insurance. Take a look around the site at Magnum Opus Financial, and there's all kinds of helpful information. And remember, all the detailed information is really in the rest of this page, and you're going to want to read through it because chances are you'll find stuff that your agent has never told you about. Have a great day, and thanks for choosing Magnum Opus Financial.